Hi, everyone. Welcome to MASN All Access, and in particular, welcome back to Camden Yards after the All-Star break. I'm here with MASNsports.com Orioles beat writer Roch Kubatko. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Nice and rested from that break. Not really. I worked through the whole thing, but
of course.
Don't feel sorry for me.
And feeling pretty chilly out here.
Oh, yes. I think it dropped down. That rain, it actually went down from like 99 to 98, so I wish I'd brought a fleece.
Now, we need to get started with something pretty funny, in my opinion. Now, if you guys didn't know, the Cubs haven't been here since 2003. And during that time, you were actually covering the Orioles. Can you compare maybe the difference, what it's been over the years, and kind of talk about 2003 when the Orioles played the Cubs last time here at Camden Yards?
Hard to believe I'm that old, isn't it? I was
It
a
is
child.
really hard to
I was a
believe.
child prodigy back then. What I remember, sadly, is the team was really bad. I mean, it was, that was part of 14 straight losing seasons. The Cubs did, I believe, win 2 of the 3 games here, and the one that the Orioles won, as I recall, the left side of the infield was Tony Batista and Davy Cruz, and Rick Helling and Travis Driscoll pitched that night. So that was a long time ago, and those are the lean years with the Orioles. So there wasn't a lot to look forward to in 2003. So it's nice now to see the team being more relevant than it was back then. But back then it was unique to have obviously the Cubs here, but the Orioles were just in that bad losing pattern, and that's kind of what I remember about anything between '98 and 2011.
Well, I'm just really impressed you remembered all that. Honestly, 2003. If you
it up.
asked me what I was doing in 2003, I'd be like, I have no idea. Somewhere in like elementary school. I don't know. That's fine. Now, it's no secret, right? So Zach Britton's in the bullpen tonight. And like I said, it's no secret that teams are interested in him.
Right.
What do you think the Orioles are going to do with him, or what should they do? Are they going to sell him?
I think right now they're just going to hold on to all these guys, and they're going to look to add. They're not sellers right now. They still look at themselves as buyers because they're only 4 games out of the wild card, the second wild card. Now, check back with me 10 days from now. It's a 10-day homestand, 10 games. If they go 0-10, that could change everything. But right now, of course, teams are interested in Zach Britton. It's like breaking news every day that the Nats like him, the Dodgers like him, 29
like
other
him.
teams like Zach Britton, and the Orioles like Zach Britton. So, of course, everybody does. But they're checking with the Orioles on his availability and his health, and some teams are checking, is he okay being a setup man instead of a closer? They're in touch with his agent, Scott Boras, too, not just the Orioles. But right now, the Orioles are not inclined to move Zach Britton. I think they're making that fairly clear that if they do anything right now, it would be they're looking to add starting pitching. They're not looking to start subtracting key guys. They want to make a run at this thing. But, again, 10 days from now, if they go 0-10 and they can convince ownership, look, we need to kind of rebuild here and stock up the farm system, and a guy like Britton's going to bring a big return, then maybe they go ahead and do that, and they'll have plenty of teams lining up. But right now, they're not looking to move Zach Britton. But, of course, they're getting phone calls every day, and Dan Duquette's not going to, turn his phone off and run away. Of course, you're going to pick up, you're going to listen, but they're not looking to move him right now.
Now, Brock, you just said the team's really still in buying mode. And as you know, it's expensive to buy any player. What do you think they're really looking for?
They're looking for starting pitching. But also, they keep stressing, they need the in-house guys to pitch better. And not just here, but down in AAA as well. So it doesn't matter. You bring in one guy, that's not going to change anything if everybody else is pitching poorly. So they need the guys here to step up. But they're still looking for other starting pitching. It's just tough to get. You saw what the Cubs gave up to get Quintana, who's going to pitch the 3rd game of this series on Sunday. They gave up their top 2 prospects and 2 other minor leaguers. The Orioles don't have that many prospects to give up, and the guys they have they really like, they're counting on them helping them, not trading them to get another piece here. So, it just showed them what the price is, and it's a steep price to bring in a quality top of the rotation type starting pitcher. And I just don't think the Orioles can do that right now. They're not going to strip their farm system bare trying to bring in a starting pitcher. So it's going to be tough to add a real big impact guy. That doesn't mean that you can't still look and try and upgrade, though.
I mean, I can't even imagine the price on one of these impact guys. Definitely too much to think about. Now, let's talk about tonight a little bit. Enough with the trade deadline news. So Chris Davis back in the starting lineup. How is him being back going to affect this team maybe mentality moving forward for the second half of the season?
I mean, they really miss his presence in the lineup, and Buck talked about that. And we get how many strikeouts and everything else, but he is a presence in that lineup, and he's the guy the other manager has to account for, and they really miss that. And they also really like having his defense at first base. And Trey Mancini, who just walked by us, did a really good job at first, but Chris is a plus defender there, and I like the idea of moving Trey back into the outfield, DH part-time. So there are a lot of different things that you benefit having Chris back. The biggest impact on the lineup, though, besides Chris being in it, is Adam Jones is now the leadoff hitter, at least for tonight. And he did that most of last season. In May last year, they moved him to the leadoff spot. He did really well, and Buck kept saying all in the offseason, spring training, we'd rather bat Adam lower. Well, Adam's back in a leadoff spot. And one reason is they're going to see 2 left-handed pitchers in this series. But also, I think he doesn't want to disrupt the middle of the lineup right now. He likes Scope batting third. You've got Trumbo can bat fourth, Manny batting second. So what do? Well, you put Adam first right now, and that way you can slot Chris in fourth, fifth, whatever. But he didn't want to disrupt Manny and Scope where they are right now. So that's really a big impact, too, of having Davis back, because it actually impacted Adam directly. Buck talked to him about it last week. What would you think about leading off again? And I think Adam enjoyed it. It's probably an extra at-bat for him.
Yeah.
So he's the leadoff hitter now.
Well, you know what? I'm excited to see Adam Jones back at batting first. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he was really good at it last year. And, they're looking to kind of jumpstart things with this club anyway. They're 4 games below 500. You got to change some things around. They've tried some different combinations. What do you got to lose by trying this?
All right, Roch, thank you so much. That's Roch Kubatko, MASNsports.com, Orioles beat writer. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, for MASN All Access, I'm Sara Perlman.